What's up guys? Today we're going to be installing some LED interior and exterior lights on the duck boat. So we got duck season coming up soon, and this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I've tried this before with some cheap LEDs off Amazon, and they just straight up didn't work. I ended up buying another type of light, and it's meant for marine lighting, so I'm hoping it's going to be a little better. And it comes pre-wired, so all you really have to do is like tap in to a switch in your battery. And it also comes with a little splitter, so you split both rails down the boat. I'll show you all how to wire it all up, and then we'll go out on the water and test it out. I got green going on the inside, and I got white going on the outside. So the white on the outside is going to be interesting, so we'll see how it turns out, and let's get to it. Alright, so here's the materials I got. This right here, these are some nav lights I'm going to put in. We got a fuse, wire stripper, screws. We got our light strips here. We got some wire, tape, and a bunch of connection pieces. So this is what we're going to use as our switch. This is the Nightlight double switch, and it's pre-wired, which is super nice. So that's really all you need. Really just need the lights, connection pieces, and a switch. And I'm also adding in a fuse, just for safety. Alright, so we're going to lay the lights out before we stick them on, and we're going to wire them up just to make sure it all works. Alright, so we got the lights just kind of taped up to see where they're going to go. So this is my splitter, and this is how I'm going to run it. So I'm going to connect these two right there. This side is going to connect into some wire. And it's going to go down and across to those lights. So then it'll all be tied into this end. Then this end will go to the switch. Then I'm going to put my little switch in this little custom seat that I made the other day. So let's go ahead and splice both ends of the splitter in. Alright, so I spliced these together into the splitter, and if this works, I'm going to go back and put wire nuts on this, but my connection pieces just weren't working with this wire for some reason, so I just tied them together for now. But if this does work, I'll switch it out. So your light comes down to the splitter. This will go to the switch, and then the other side of the splitter, got it ran down and across to there, to the other lights. So now let's wire it to the switch, and then wire the switch to the battery. Alright, so this is what I did with the switch. The negative is spliced together right there, and then I put that little connection piece on the red positive, and it'll just plug in right there. Okay, so I have my switch pretty much wired up. This is the black that comes out. I tied it into a spool of wire that's going to go straight to the negative on the battery. And then also spliced it in with this. This is the splitter that goes to both lights. So now this will go to the fuse to the battery, and then this will also go to the battery, and then it should work. So if it works, we're going to probably just redo these connections and then put the outside ones on. So let's see. Alright guys, we have wired everything up, and we are ready to put the negative and the positive on over there. So we got our light plugged in here, the power going out. I use these clips as a connector. The red comes down all the way to here, to the fuse, and then this goes to the battery. So I kind of use these connectors to connect everything. This is a great way to do it. If this works, I'm going to swap them out with those, I think. Let's see if it works. Kind of nervous about catching the boat on fire. I've done that one before, so hope it doesn't do that. Let's try it. Also, maybe the fuse will help from something catching on fire. It could spark. Oh, they work, y'all. I gotta turn the light off. Yes, okay, the switch works. Alright, guys. I saw it flicker, so I think it... Let's see, moment of truth. We got power. Got power to our switch here. Let's flick it on. Yes! Alright, well that's huge. Well, here they are. They still work with the new connections. And that looks sweet. That looks really, really good. I ended up putting it like up under the T-rail so you couldn't see the actual light. So you just kind of see the glow. Now we're gonna go clean all these wires up back here, make it look pretty, then do the outside. All right, so I put the outside LEDs on, and how I did it, I drilled through the boat right here, popped the wires out right there. Now everything's running down to my switch, which is gonna mount right there. And then to the battery, and then that's the other side. So I just plugged both of these lights in right here. So now I just gotta connect it to the switch, see if it works. All right, so the switch is done. I got it mounted up right there under my little custom bench seat. Put some screws in it. So now it's really tucked in there tight and it is not moving. So it is all hooked up. The last thing I'm gonna do is just clean up all these wires. These are all gonna get tucked up. Then I'm probably gonna put all those together and just wrap it up in some tape and make it look nice. Y'all think I got enough lights and stuff hooked up to this battery yet? Let's see if it works. Yep. Inside. Yep. Heck yeah. We got green and white. That is so sick. Let's see if the other side's on. And it is. Let's go. I'm gonna close the garage, turn the lights off, and see how much light this is putting out. All right, the lights are turned off in here. Let's see what the green looks like. Yeah, that's money. Let's go to the other one, the white. Man, it's bright. Both of them. Turn the light bar on while we're at it. Yep. Okay, so before we head out to the lake and test these lights out, I wanted to show y'all what the final product looked like cleaned up. So, as you can see, those two black cords are coming down from each side. Tied it into here, and you know, functionality over how pretty it looks in the duckwoods, for sure. Switch there. I mean, when you're looking at it from this way, you can't really even tell. So now let's go to the lake, test them out. All right, y'all, we made it out here on the lake. It's just now starting to get dark, and these lights are popping right now. I'll show y'all. The green on the inside is so sick. You can really see it now. Yeah. It's getting brighter. And then the outsides are on. They're not super bright yet. It's not dark enough yet, but it looks cool when you're going. You can see the white light splashing. I'm gonna let it get a little bit darker and see how it looks when it's like pitch black outside. So it actually does light up the side of the boat really well. That's gonna be super nice for duck season. You can almost see like under the water. But yeah, as you can tell, it's just super dark in here without these on. Outside, inside. When you're in the trees and stuff, this is gonna shine all up on the trees. All right, the last thing I want to show you guys is how this looks on the trailer. I think it's pretty awesome. It's throwing some good light. And when I'm backing in, if I flick these on, it makes it a lot easier to see. So I do like that a lot. Loving the green and white combo. 10 out of 10, would recommend. Well, that's all I got for you guys. I hope that helps out if y'all are looking to get some lights in your duck boat, and I would definitely recommend doing it. It just helps out a ton. Definitely give it a shot, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.